Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can achieve 2 kgs in 4 weeks. 2 kgs in 4 weeks. Yeah, and it is not something magical that you can hit the 2 kgs in 4 weeks. It is just a practical thing. There are certain things that you have to put in action, then you can actually gain the 2 kgs in 4 weeks. It is possible. I've ever gained it. So, before we go into the detailed video, I want to share with you some brief background about these broilers. So, broiler birds are birds which have been genetically and scientifically been designed to grow very fast, that in 4 weeks time you should be around 1.8 to 2 kgs. Once you're below that, then you have a serious problem with your farm. Okay, so you have to look for solutions and see how you can implement certain things, then you can actually solve that problem. So in this video I want to share with you 4 things or 4 points that you have to put in action in order to gain the 2 kgs by the end of 4 weeks. And remember, in broiler farming, the more you hit the target faster, the more you make more money. So we are going to share these things, and if it helps you, please like, share and comment onto this video. So the first point is always purchase chicks from a trusted provider. What do we mean here? When you purchase chicks which are healthy and of a good breed, they are going to grow very fast. Okay, so when you also get a poor breed, you are going to have a poor growth rate. Okay, you're going to suffer on how to actually raise those birds. So you have to get a good breed. Now there are 2 breeds that I always recommend farmers to buy. That is, there is Rose 308. That is the most magical breed. If you can get a supplier who can provide you with that type of breed, please just run for it. Then secondly is Cobb 500. Those 2 breeds are good. Their food conversion rate is so good. Okay, they convert feeds very fast, and the more faster the food is converted, the more growth rate. So always learn to purchase high quality chicks from a trusted supplier. Don't just get cheap things which are going to make you fail into this business. 2, always purchase the high quality feeds. What do I mean here? When you go to purchase feeds, always ensure to check on the storage of your supplier. Okay, some people, they just go and buy, or even you just sit at your home and you make a phone call. Hello, just send the feeds. You don't know even how they store the feeds. You don't know even how which company do they get from the feeds. So that is a very wrong idea. You're going to buy feeds which are expired, feeds which have overstayed in the store, and you feed your birds. The birds won't grow simply because of that challenge. So make sure that you work on your suppliers. Know where they get the feeds. So when you get the feeds, also your storage should be good. Okay, also let me talk about the feeding program. Always the first 2 weeks in these birds are very sensitive and very crucial in the growth rate of the birds. What do you feed your birds in the first 2 weeks matters a lot how they will perform the entire life. For example, when you produce a child, you're going to give that child soft food, that is milk, and that milk is going to help the child to grow. Okay, so it is the same to these chicks. They need some soft foods, and these foods are like starter pellets. These starter pellets are feeds which have made from the company with enough nutrients. They have all the crude oils which are needed, the proteins, the starch, all is there. So you have to buy the starter fillet, feed the birds. After the 2 weeks, then you can now start mixing. And even when you're mixing, make sure that you mix the right ratios for these birds. Don't start squeezing. What farmers like a lot is they like compromising on the feeds. Now, when you come to broiler farming, you don't have any shortcut. The food must be in the feeders 24/7, okay? Because their growth rate is relying on um, food. So make sure that you provide food for these birds 24/7. Once you don't do that, you're not going to outcompete your competitors, because your birds are going to be poorly fed, and now you cannot hit the 2 kgs. That's why you're going to suffer with it being under the weight. Yeah. So keep tracking your birds, keep tracking their weight, and you will know either you need to add the feed or you need to reduce the feeds. But always it is good to even give more. Yeah. So make sure that the first 2 weeks, give the birds the right feeds. Once you give them the right feeds, things are going to be so good for you. So work on that. Okay. Then the other one is give the birds clean water. Give the birds clean water. So what do I mean with clean water? Clean water is that water that you can also drink on it. Okay? You can also go and sit down and drink that water. If you cannot drink the water, then that means you're going to be giving the birds the infected water. So give the birds the water that you can also take. Okay? But also I want to talk about these people who have the tanks, those ones who collect rainwater. It is a good idea, but I don't recommend you giving your birds, and specifically broilers, rainwater. Why? Some of you don't even clean your tanks. You take like 1-2 years before you clean, and even when you're cleaning, you don't clean to the best. So you find that there is that E. coli, and once E. coli enters, that infection called E. coli enters your farm, it is hard to treat it. You're going to incur a lot of costs, and the birds won't grow. Yeah, the birds won't grow because they are infected. Okay, once a bird receives any infection, the growth rate goes down. So don't be a suspect of that. Work on the water that you give. You can get the water from the tap, you can get the water from the borehole, you can get from the clean well around, and give your birds. They are going to perform well. Now, what is the benefit of water? Water is a very good nutrition in converting the feeds, okay, that the birds eat. Once the bird eat, okay, the food, okay, the consumption of water is twice that feed. You get it? Once it eats food, the water it consumes, it is twice that food. So make sure that water is there 24/7. It is a good nutrition. It helps the digestion to take place. It converts that food. That food gives the birds energy, and that energy boosts the growth rate of the birds. In doing that, you're going to be performing very well, and you will hit the 2 kgs within the required 4 weeks. So make sure that water is there, and not just any water, clean water. Okay? Clean water. Don't be deceived with any dirty water. Then lastly is biosecurity. Work on your biosecurity. Sometimes we don't understand the value of biosecurity. Once you get an infection in your flock, okay, it will affect even its weight. Okay, so don't allow visitors, don't allow idlers, don't allow, okay, even yourself, if you have flu, you have any serious sickness, don't enter your flock, because you're going to damage your flock. And once you damage, you're going to start treating them. Once you put them on antibiotics, they are going to first cut weight. Why? Because they will lose appetite, and they will even reduce on their eating, hence cutting the weight. So work on your biosecurity. You prevent sickness. In doing that, your birds are going to perform so well because they will grow without any infection, without any sickness, and you're going to have better results. In doing that, you're going to have the 2 kgs at the end of 4 weeks. So, as I summarize this video, you have to put in action. I want to remind you these 4 things. 1, purchase chicks from a recognized or a trusted provider. 2, get or purchase high quality feeds. Don't just buy feeds anywhere and you feed your birds. You're going to have the pain in you. Then the third one is always make sure that you feed your birds well. Okay, feed your birds well. Give them clean water. Okay, clean water which you can also consume. Then lastly, work on your biosecurity. Don't allow people, mostly the first 3 weeks, okay, don't allow people at your farm because your birds are still young. Why are they even coming? Yeah, so the 4th, the 5th is when we expect people to come around because we believe maybe they are customers, and so on and so on. So thank you so much for watching this video. If I've made sense for you, please like, share, comment, and like us so that YouTube may recommend this video to other people. Thank you so much. Catch you very soon in another video. I remain Henry here at Uganda Growers. Bye-bye.